everyone, this is Yael from Yael Alchemy, and I'm here to bring you the Twin Flame Weekly Reading for the week of January 1 to 7. Okay, first of all, pardon my voice. I'm a bit congested. That is the word. Actually, I wasn't quite sure. I really wasn't in the mood to pull cards for the week, but I asked, and they said that I had to. So anyway, let's see what message just had to come up this week. Okay. Oh, first of all, Happy New Year, everyone. I do have a bit of an energetic update on my Facebook page. If you're still not following me there, it was connected to my New Year's greeting. Please do follow me at, just search for Facebook. I think it's /Yael Alchemy. Okay? And then, because I do put updates there. So, again, before I start the reading, I'm apologizing in advance if I speak slow, because I'm trying not to cough or sneeze, okay? And if ever that happens, my apologies. Anyway, so as always, I've already shuffled the cards and prayed over them. I was curious what's in store for us, at least this first week of the year, 2018. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, which would be the general energies of the reading, we have here the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, and the Queen of Pentacles, very practical. She's a queen that does things in 3D. Okay, not merely connecting to other dimensions, but actually here in this realm. That's her forte. Okay. And then the next card we have is the King of Pentacles. So here, having this, the pair, the King and the Queen here for the Twin Flame Weekly Reading, and both are Pentacles. This is actually a very good sign, or even omen of things to come, unions in the physical, between twins, okay, coming. Well, that's at least for the first week of the year. This is laying the foundations, or because this is the general energy now. And here we have Temperance, which implies still a bit of patience before this comes to manifest. And here we have the 8. Wait, yep. Oh, there's another card here. Look at this. Temperance at its manifestation in the worldly plane. See here, King and Queen of Pentacles. Then you have the Temperance card, meaning also saying they're saying that it's because a lot have come into balance. A lot of divine feminines actually, who are energetically helping their partners come into balance, have actually achieved their goal. Okay, so this is coming into balance, and this is also a bit of a waiting period there. Before, here we have the Devil card, and when the Devil card appears, this is well, because this is Lucifer. Okay, the Devil, he holds sway in the material world. Okay, not just Madonna. Okay, that's a lame joke. She's a material girl, but I mean, okay, here the Devil, he holds sway in the material world. So this is bringing this down to earth, this union, because this is also a union, but in terms of physical. That's why sometimes this also implies sex and sexuality, but then it's followed by the 8 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups in this deck, not your Rider-Waite deck, this really indicates a marriage, an alchemical marriage, and a marriage in 3D, because it's preceded by this the Devil card. Okay, and then we have the 9 of Cups, which is, again, this figured prominently in last week's reading. This is hopes and wishes fulfilled. So there's a bit of a story here going on, telling us what we have to wait for. And it's still a continuation of last week's energy. laying down the foundation for this coming year. Okay, so apologies, I may have to, let me just take a sip of water. Okay, okay, so now here we'll go to the Divine Masculine. First card we have for the Divine Masculine is the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, this is saying that, like, he's still in touch with his Divine Feminine, that aspect within himself. This is him making himself more vulnerable to everyone, more open to love, more caring, the softer side of him, getting in touch with that. The next card we have here is the Seven of Wands. And usually when the Seven of Wands appears, this is in the Rider-Waite deck, this is the man fending off other wands that are trying to vie for his attention. And here we have several wands and building upon each other and actually making this structure. So, number one, and look at this, because this is the Tree of Life, and there is the Caduceus right in the middle, which is symbolic of the Kundalini rising. And this is how everything falls into place. And now, because he is more intuitive, the Divine Masculine now, more intuitive, it's like he can now appreciate how everything stacks up in his journey with his Divine Feminine. It's like him having this epiphany, saying, oh, so that's why that needed to happen, because I had to go through this and learn this. You know, all these things. Him recognizing how everything stacks up in his progress, in his awakening. Okay? We'll pick clarifying cards later on, but so far that's what I'm getting. And the next card we have here is the Four of Swords. And here we see all the pointy end of the swords, okay, pointed, and that single dot there in the middle. It's a very precarious position and arrangement that these swords have. And this indicates a truce. This indicates convergence. And that's the theme here. You know, with the Divine Masculine, seeing how everything stacks up, how everything is falling to place. There is this magnification of the essential points. Finally, his attention is being called to that point of reference, so to speak. Because when he recalls, or, you know, views all these things, all these events in retrospect about his Divine Feminine, and even how he's, because here in the Rider-Waite, how he's fended off his Divine Feminine at times and shunned her, and all that is being magnified, and this becomes a truce. Okay, because there is something that is bigger here that's going on, and finally he's understanding everything, how everything has happened at the proper time, at the proper place. Okay, and this is a truce. When we say truce here, this is a truce of all these wands trying to, you see, because the word that keeps coming to me here when I look at this card is triage. Him picking what's most important to him at the moment, and trying to deal with it, manage it, okay? And all these things, they converge into a single point of what is the most important, what is basic to him, what is essential, what is the crux of all these things that are vying. And he's realizing that. And that's why there is a sort of a timeout from all these things that are trying to grab his attention. Okay? And the next card we have here is the Ace of Cups. And that falls under the Queen of Cups. So there's this new love. Okay? Directed to this Queen of Cups, which would be the divine feminine, okay, even within himself and his external partner, if his divine feminine is currently incarnated. But most, because this is a special time, there are a lot of twins that are currently incarnated at the same time. So here, this new beginning, this new blossoming of love, you can see here, she's holding the cup. There is a butterfly there. And this vulnerability allows him to transform. And that butterfly is again found here in this Ace of Cups, wherein because he is building on a different foundation now, you can see all these buildings there. It is more in accord with the transformation that he's gone through. Okay? So, let's pick some clarifying cards for these. Okay. For the Queen of Cups, see, intelligence. This is knowledge, okay? This is learning about him and his twin flame. So this is intelligence. This is even doing research, background research, spying, I don't know, cyber, even to the point of, you know, being creepy, trying to figure out what his divine feminine is doing these days. Because there was a time wherein, you know, there was that block. It's like putting up a firewall and the divine feminine was some sort of virus that you wouldn't let through. So anyway, here. But now he's putting that firewall down. And he's doing research on his own. He's trying to find out what's going on with her, how she's been in the meantime, how she's fared so far. Okay, for the Seven of Wands. Okay, see, these are passions. These are all these things that he had to go through, whether they were, these are fleeting passions, okay? So these are things that sort of, how do you say it? It's like, you know, star-crossed lovers. These would represent interference because, you know, you had a love story with your twin flame, but later something comes along. They may be kids, they may be a karmic, maybe he has to figure some things out for himself, his own soul lessons that he's had to learn. So these were fleeting passions, things that he had to go through. But if you can see the trajectory of these two hearts, each one has a flame, they're bound to cross each other's paths. And this is passion. So this is him understanding already what, like I said, how things stack up in taking into consideration how things stack up, what was fleeting and what is not only perennial, but, you know, permanent, has always been there. Okay, hold on. Okay. And for the Four of Swords, see, this is a medal. This is a recognition. And like I said earlier, this is recognizing that although both parties have been coming from different directions, there is a point of convergence. This is him realizing all these things, all the interference. Whatever direction they took, they were all leading to that single point where his divine feminine is, which is also finding himself. Okay? Because that is a very essential aspect of the divine masculine, his other half, your divine complement. And that is a point of convergence, which is he is now recognizing. For the Ace of Cups, okay, see here, this is the divine feminine, this is woman. So this new beginning of love with his divine feminine, whom he is currently trying to figure out what's going on with her. Okay, and the energy for the divine masculine, we have here the Strength card. So he's just holding on in there, just like this tree. Very awkward position, because right now he's also still getting used to that aspect of him. Okay, he's been doing that since the end of December. But he's holding on, and he's trying to grow in all the directions that he's permitted to grow. Whether above, below, he's just spreading. But he's holding on because it's a very awkward position for him right now. He doesn't know which way is up, which way is down. So he's just holding on right now and going through it all. He has to go through the process. And this is a process that all of us, all the illumined twin flames have gone through. Understanding the path. Understanding the journey. Okay? So, let's go to the divine feminine. Hold on. Okay. Sorry. Okay. The first card we have for the divine feminine is, oh, look. The King of Cups. So, look at this. At the side of the divine masculine, we have the Queen of Cups. At the side of the divine feminine, we have the King of Cups. So that's indicating this balance here, which is really necessary. And the reason why all these unions will be taking place. And that's going to start as soon as, this week. And it's going to continue on. Now, don't pressure yourself with the concept of time that it has to happen this week, okay, because everybody's got their own pace of this. It all depends on where divine masculine is at, where you are at, but this is in store for the collective. Bring it down. You see the Devil card here, and here both King and Queen of Pentacles, which is Earth, very worldly. Okay, and here we have the King of Cups for the divine feminine. King of Cups embodying unconditional love. So there she is, a beacon of unconditional love, and this is evident in how she reacts to challenges that she's faced with right now. I understand, as I understand it, a lot have had challenging holidays, of course, especially because they're get-togethers with families who may not understand the path you're on, or doesn't even want to recognize it or recognize the light in you, because they're still trapped with that programming that, oh, she's been like that, she'll be like that forever. Anyway, the thing is, it's easier now, which you can really thank your spiritual team for, because now you have the tools to transmute those situations, and knowing that these, whether the triggers that they bring up with you, they're ephemeral, okay, they'll be gone next time around. As long as if you're stable in 5D, of course you feel bad for a while, but then later on it's gone, because you know how to transmute it. You know where you're coming from, you know where they're coming from, and you know it's on a different level. Okay? And because you're at a higher level, and this is not said in any way, this is not meant to be, snobbish or condescending, but because you can see more, you can understand more, and you can be more compassionate. Not in a condescending way, okay? But because things are the way they are, you know? It's everybody's responsibility to sort of find themselves, go on their own personal ascension journey. So it is the way it is. Anyway, so there, being a beacon of unconditional love. And the next card that we have here is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords indicates moving away from those challenging situations I was just talking about. And the reason that this is, you can more easily bypass these situations is because of this. And this is like being fueled by a very, very efficient fuel source, okay? So that you can get over these bumps faster. So, there. Excuse me, sorry about that. And the next card that we have for the Divine Feminine is the Five of Pentacles. And this is a card, actually, of challenges. But, wait, hold on. I have to drink. I just imagine, you guys, I must be painful to listen to. But anyway, thank you for bearing with me if you're still listening up to this point. So, oh, sorry. Here we have the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles, this indicates change. So basically, this is reiterating the fact that those things that you have found so much difficulty with, that were hiccups on your path to the future, okay, that's going to change. Perhaps it's not going to be so tough anymore. Perhaps this is all under the umbrella of things falling into place at the right time. So you just have to hang in there. Because in other decks, this Five of Pentacles, that would be the Beggar card. But it's not so in this deck. Here, we have these pentacles falling in a triangle fashion, meaning they're raining down on this five-pointed star. And this is like, excuse me, this is almost a dispensation. That's why you're going to have things flow smoother and not be in a beggar position. When I say that, it's like being on the short, getting the short end of the stick. Things are going to balance out, but you have to wait for it. Like I said, you have to be patient before this comes down. That's why both twins, remember, King and Queen of Pentacles, and here's the Devil card. And this is the Devil card is actually good to have if you want to see manifestation of all those things, because he oversees manifestation in the worldly plane. Okay, but then there is this Temperance card, which means things are still being simmered and stewed before they are served. But in the meantime, all these troubles that you've had before, challenging times, they're going to change. Okay? And the last card we have for the Divine Feminine is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is a card of equality. Okay, this is giving and receiving. As you can see here, 3 pentacles are above the ground, and you know, they're surrounded by clouds, pink clouds, blue clouds, and the other is buried in the earth. And now here, so this is saying as above, so below. So if you have planted it energetically, if you have already created it energetically, then that's what's going to appear. Because that's, again, that's one of the tools. You have the King of Cups there. Okay, talking about unconditional love. And here, this is the, it's like your practicum, okay, or the internship. You study something and everything's theory. But right now, Divine Feminines are being told to put it into practice in whatever you're doing right now. As above, so below. Because that's the way that all these, these challenges will be surpassed. And this is not to say that you're going to encounter challenges the first week of the year, because this actually speaks of things getting better. And the troublesome situations changing and progressing to a Six of Pentacles, which is the giving and receiving. So what you put out, you get back. So if you think that you've been putting out all this unconditional love to people, situations that, you know, for some reason you think it is undeserved, but really that is really ironic, because if it's unconditional love, there's no judgment there. But you know, you could give that same love to somebody who would be more appreciative of it. So that's going to even out. And the universe, whatever you've put out, it's going to come back in some other way, shape, or form, because this is giving and this is receiving. Okay, let's pick clarifying cards for this. Okay, where are my cards? Here. Okay, let's pick clarifying cards for the Divine Feminine. Okay, for the King of Cups, see here, this is the chance that you took, because this is gamble, this is chance. Because whenever you're coming from the vantage point of unconditional love, you really don't know if it's going to be reciprocated or returned, right? So that's why it's talking about chance there. Okay, where are my cards? Okay, for the Six of Swords, this is heritage. This is what comes after a death, and this is smoother, because this is after something has died, and that's the old way of doing things, whether that's the new year that's just passed, and this is saying that things are going to start getting better. For the Five of Pentacles, okay, this is pleasure. So again, because sometimes the Five of Pentacles, they present as obstacles, challenges, but this is not so. Remember, my first interpretation earlier on, even though the Rider-Waite deck would picture this as something else, okay? But this is pleasure, because change is coming that will contribute to you enjoying life more, of being appreciative of life more. And you know why? A big part of this is that because whatever you had, even if you felt that you had the short end of the stick the past year, or that, you know, well, basically it's really that. You were still grateful for it. You appreciated it. You viewed it for what it was. You didn't throw a tantrum. Well, maybe some of you did. But most of those who did would probably not be listening to this video now, because they've long said their goodbyes, and we don't know when they'll come back to the path and, pick up where they left off. But here, because you were grateful for your situation, whatever the situation was, whether that's with your twin, whether that's the job you had, that even if you think you're paid more, you're still grateful for it. And you did not take it for granted. Then the universe gives you more. Because if you don't take care of what you have, why will the universe give you more? You can't take care of that little thing that the universe has entrusted to you. Okay? Which is why I get very disappointed when I see neglect, because these people have already been blessed. They've been given an opportunity to have this, have that, take care of this, take care of that. And because of wastefulness and neglect, it just deteriorates. And really, there is no excuse. And then you want more. How will the universe give you more? You don't know how to appreciate and take care of what you have, whether it's little, whether it's a lot. Okay, so anyway, let's pick the last clarifying card. So this is just saying that good things for your pleasure. That is the change. This is, they're telling me you don't have to scrape the bottom of the barrel anymore. Okay, and for the Six of Pentacles, this is man. Look at this. Look at how these, can you see this? For the Divine Masculine, he's got the Woman card, and that's the Ace of Cups. Here for the Divine Feminine, she has the Divine Masculine, and this is the cup that's this is the card that says as above, so below, and it's manifestation in the physical realm. Not only that, look at this. You have the Queen of Cups for the Divine Masculine, the King of Cups for the Divine Feminine. Again, partners. But then there's still cups, they're still in the realm of emotion. And this is why we're being told to hang in there. Because this is what's coming. So this is like in the movies, this is coming soon. Okay? And this being bound to each other in an alchemical marriage, an emotional marriage, this is it. And being bound to each other in the physical, whether that's, sexually, but if you're on this path, it becomes sacred sexuality. And it means to create. But this is what's coming. Because right now, the energy that's still appearing is this. So, all we have to do is keep going, really. Okay? So, here, I have one more card. And the card for the Divine Feminine is the Emperor. Okay, I love this card in this deck. Because here, there's a big tree. It looks like hundreds of years old. It looks like a sequoia. Or one of those redwoods. Okay? And it's towering all over all the little trees. And again, this is the Divine Feminine being the way shower for all those who are under her wing. And these are members of your soul family that you have to sort of be the usher for. And ushering them on this path. Okay? And that's actually why she's been having so much difficulty before. But she's about to get respite from that. Okay, I'm going to pick a card in the middle. Okay, hold on. A card in the middle. Oops. Okay. Okay, card. Spirit, please give me a card. here, Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands, this implies a victory. Again, we have the upright triangle and the inverted triangle. This is the Holy Grail. Receptive energy, feminine energy, masculine energy, very phallic. And this would be the Grail, very receptive. And the Sun. And the stalks of wheat there. So this is really success. Okay, this is success, this is victory. So just keep going. Okay, so that's what I have for you this week, and it's a pretty big message. And I guess that's why, despite all this congestion, I was asked to give this reading. Okay, because I was curious as well. But look at the symmetry. It's beautiful. So just keep going. Okay, so that's what I have for you this week. And for those who have been stressed out by the holidays, I have the Unicorn Holiday Healing on. This is the last week that it's going to be available. And those who have purchased it, they said, because sometimes they give me feedback, that they really felt this shift once they listened to it. This is a meditation and light language audio to help you heal your holiday stress, feelings of abandonment and disconnect, in preparation for the new year. Okay, and of course, just like last year, I do offer this New Year booster package at the beginning of the year for those who feel they need it. This is 30 minutes of Reiki with divine codes for new horizons. Hold on. Here. For new horizons to come in, for losing weight, for those who need it, for those who don't, and if you get this, you have to mention that you don't need the code for losing weight, okay? And for willingness to face new challenges and to fully enjoy what life has to offer you, especially this coming year, and to eliminate resistance to what is asked of you in your life journey, and for the future to arrive with blessings, for moving forward, overcoming obstacles, and to bring in something new that is, of course, welcome, and good luck in all endeavors. So here, do check that out. That's 30 minutes of Reiki for the New Year booster package. Okay, so that's what I have for you this week. Take care, everyone. Bye.